channel. My name is Rex Juk. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of January 2025. Taking a look at today's headlines. While the Guardian and the Express most important stories are about the Commissioner of Police calling the Prime Minister's blame of the police wrong for the state of crime in TNT, Newsday, however, does not even mention the Prime Minister's nonsensical statements. What they have on Newsday is about the building, the police buildings. That's all. Police doesn't feel safe. Well, the people doesn't feel safe. How about that, Newsday? Do you think that that is important, or the police being safe is more important? Steve Castagne is owner of Newsday and PNM Insurance Company. He is a PNM financier. He is also a confidant of Ashton Ford, the one-time General Secretary of the PNM. Steve Castagne, who controlled the majority shares in Newsday, had a diabolical plan. In order to get a hold of the Choco Holdings Newsday shares, he set a years-long plan into motion. First, he stopped Newsday from showing a profit. After a couple of years of losses with very little advertising dollars coming in, he told my gullible sister Dawn that the company was going bankrupt, meaning Newsday. However, he, Steve Castagne, would do Choco Holdings a big favor by purchasing our 40% shares so that the Chocolingo family and their shareholders would not lose everything. Dawn sold that pile of garbage to her fellow shareholders, who agreed to sell their shares to our savior, Steve Castagne. After Steve Castagne owned Newsday lock, stock, and barrel, suddenly government advertising from his cronies in the PNM began flowing freely. Newsday was now out of the red, earning millions monthly thanks to the PNM-controlled treasury. It was all done legally and above board, with all the T's crossed and the I's dotted. This was a combination of the PNM using legal maneuvering to ensure that they would end up with an established newspaper that was once the #1 printed press in TNT. Now that PNM controls it, it is the worst newspaper and a shadow of its former glory. Even selling the daily newspaper Newsday for $3 when the other two dailies sold for $4 does not help their circulation. Didn't they learn anything from the PP government, who published a newspaper when they were in power and no one wanted it, even though it was free? In this case, as soon as the PNM goes out of power and the largesse from the government dries up, wouldn't that kill Newsday? Or will they do like Jack Warner, who props up a failed sunshine paper that cannot support itself? That depends on who wins the upcoming election. If the PNM wins, Newsday will continue to thrive. Politicians will continue to use the constitutionally protected press as a means of funneling money from the treasury into the pockets of media owners. This is the biggest scam ever perpetuated on an unsuspecting public.